Hello everyone and welcome to the Captain's videoweblog. We are Saturday, July the 30th, 2016. So, what a piece of shit day that was. So yeah, I've been to Toulouse and we kind of were supposed to, pick our outfits for my parents' wedding. Turns out that apparently no one did it. So yeah, that's basically a whole day where the only pro got thrown out of the window. Like, I had pretty much two cons. One being that I didn't want to go, which when you're 22 going on 23 years old is as good as anything, and the other one being my toe. And holy shit, did I ever feel my toe being crushed as I walked under the sun for the whole afternoon, because um, there have been a couple traffic jams on the road, uh, but since we know the other roads to go from point A to point B, we shunted the most of them, but then we encountered them again because sometimes, well, the road it has to go at one point through the same way, and then it was on the highway. So yeah, basically not good. Um, right now it's I mean, I would say that it's I hope that it's only inside that the temperature is still around 28-30 degrees, because you know I've been outside yesterday night when it was that hot inside, and it was pretty cool actually. So yeah, nice job for the insulation, I guess. Um, so anyway, yeah, I'm just pissed. Uh, like this tired me to no end. Like, the end of the day was the rain, and it had been so hot that actually the rain didn't help that much. It made things even hotter by releasing the heat that was trapped on the ground. Um, Suddenly there's this whole heat comes to your face from below, and you're like, oh Jesus Christ. And you get into the subway, and you're crammed, and you're on you know that your t-shirt is probably damp right now, because you are you just pushed on the black door, and you're just hoping that no one will step on your foot, because if anyone had stepped on my foot and I had heard some kind of noise coming from my toe, I would have immediately punched the person. Like, that would have probably released any kind of limits that I impose myself, which are basic human decency limits. For example, not punching people in the face in public or at all, even when they piss you off. So yeah, that was the chronicle of a day that I want to forget. And sometimes I'm being asked by my friends and by my family, yeah, why don't you like going outside? Well, for days just like that, we walked probably for half an hour looking for something when we had a phone, with the internet, and we could have looked it up on Google Maps, and it would have been way faster. Because at one point we walked seemingly to no end, and once I said, yeah, maybe we should look it up, and we were like, oh yeah, as if I said something obvious, which I did. Um, so yeah, I'm just hoping that the thunder and the lightning that I've heard earlier in the night, maybe 20 minutes ago, is really coming this way, because maybe it will bring some rain, and if it rains, I will open up the blinds, because at least this time the bugs won't enter. Like we we light up everything on the outside just so that bugs don't enter, and they still get in. And I'm like, well, that's unfortunate. Oh yeah. Also, speaking of my toe, I totally forgot to speak about it on Friday and Saturday's video. On Thursdays and Fridays video vlogs. Because maybe running out of time. But yeah, so the X-rays came in. Basic. It's the basic process. You go to the hospital, take the X-ray of the part of the body where you say that maybe you shouldn't need them, and I keep it for a while, and then they send it to you. Except this time it's taken more than 2 weeks, so maybe it's already too late to fix anything. I'm not too sure about my anatomy, but I'm fairly sure right now that maybe one of the bones in my toe, well, the bones in my toe shouldn't be separated by such a large gap. And I mean, it's not a huge gap, but when you compare to the other toes, it's pretty large, and it actually explains a lot of things. In hindsight, it explains why I can't, that's a great thing to do with your feet, because helps wiggle, the wiggling. And what else? Yeah, also my toenail really fucking hurts. So maybe that this explains that. I don't know. So anyway, yeah. I missed a whole day of football actually. Like today was a game from Marseille against the Arminia Bielefeld, a German club. I think they are in the second division. They lost 1-0. Which was a result that could be expected when you see that not a lot of the team knows how to play together, mainly because of the fact that the people who came in are on loan, and there are a fair lot of last year's usual starting 11 that's gone away. So yeah, but still, a 1-0 defeat is not good, but it's not that bad. Like, still 2 weeks before the starts of the Liga, so I guess that things can be fixed. But yeah, speaking of things that can be fixed and that should be fixed, it's probably in the Domino's League 2. Yeah, because Domino's Pizza have decided to sponsor the second division, and boy, did it not go well. Like, I think that there's still one match remaining on the first match day, but out of the 9, I think that 6 or 7 ended in a goalless draw. So that's pretty bad, and 3 journalists have been kicked from one of the games. Two have been clearly denied the entrance, and the last one has been kicked like 2 minutes before kickoff. The reasoning was that the president of the club didn't like the way they reported about the club. The problem being that one of the journalists is a representative for the union of the journalists. So yeah, I would expect that to not go well for the president. Um, uh, yeah, I'm still thinking about something that I've heard in to-dos, which was that apparently the I don't know how you could call it, but pretty much the equivalent of the governor here of the department decided that he told the firefighters and the policemen and any kind of emergency service to not intervene on raids. The problem being that banning that, I think, is pretty unconstitutional because, if I'm not mistaken, we're still speaking about French citizens here, and also it's, I think, a felony, not a misdemeanor, a felony, because that's actively encouraging, not helping people who could be in peril, you know. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Maybe there's one last thing I should add. Oh yeah, so apparently one of the possible investors to buy the Olympique de Marseille club has said that if he is chosen to be, the next majority shareholder, he will bring 8 players, but also bring back Marcel Bielsa, which is pretty strange because Marcel Bielsa 2 years in a row has quit a job because of shit on his contract, and now he would have actually agreed to a project. That doesn't sound really likely. So we'll need to kind of hear from the man himself before getting all excited. Yeah, so that's basically it. I think that Paris is playing in not long against Leicester. I really hope that Leicester destroys Paris. That's not gonna happen though. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. God, it's really hot in there.